Morning, Bill here with the Metals Minute. Today is Friday, March 11th, 2022. Well, we have some escalation on the Russian-Ukraine front, possibly. Of course, they say that the first casualty of most any conflict is the truth. So sometimes it takes a while to figure out what's what, and usually the truth is somewhere in the middle. But what we know so far is Ukraine is claiming that Russia has conducted airstrikes in Belarus, which is another neighboring country. So potentially this could involve more players in the conflict, and so we hope that's not the case, but that appears to be what's happened, so we'll keep an eye on that over the weekend. We also have negative reports from the UN. They are projecting that global food prices, they expect to increase another 22%. And the reason they provide is that 10% of global calories, of all the world's calories that are consumed on a yearly basis, come from Russia and Ukraine. And so they see a lot of instability in several parts of the world upcoming due to the food issue and the increase of prices and, frankly, the unavailability of many grains and various food products. So that's something that will impact many societies more than ours, although we're also being affected. So something to keep in mind, not a good development. Something that is hitting more close to home are the results of Russia sanctions. And we mentioned on a previous Metals Minute broadcast that the result of the sanctions is not only on Russia, but it will also be felt by Americans. And this is beginning to come out what some of the consequences are. BlackRock, the large investment firm, has revealed that so far, just so far, they are seeing $22 billion of losses on their books related to Russian securities. And this has only been, the first week. So there's more of this likely to come out. And if you think about all the American companies that have announced that they're pulling out of Russia. The negative thing for Americans is that this is going to impact the bottom line of all these companies, not only for, sometimes people think, well, it's just going to be a short time. But the issue is in the case of MasterCard and Visa, Chinese companies are stepping right in to fulfill that role. And it's uncertain about some of the other players, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong that they step out. What I am saying and suggesting is that when they reduce their revenues from the business in Russia, that's going to affect American 401k balances. And some will say, well, it's okay, it's worth the cause. Okay, even if that's true, we need to balance that in our own portfolios to protect our own families. And that's another good reason to own precious metals. The reason is there's no counterparty risk. Metal is an asset that's recognized worldwide, especially silver and gold. And right now, palladium and platinum are also more in the spotlight because 46% of world palladium supplies are produced in Russia. And so they also produce a fair amount of platinum and nickel and cobalt and so many metals that are necessary. So these things have an impact a lot further sometimes than who we think they're directed at. And in Russia's case, it affects the whole world. So one of the great ways to protect yourself that we have left is by owning precious metals. So we'll keep an eye out and plan to inform you of anything that happens over the weekend, but that's what we're looking at heading into the weekend. God bless. I hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.